Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
Good evening and welcome to Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University for Great American Conference basketball between the Ouachita Tigers and the Oklahoma Baptist Bison. Good evening, everybody. This is Chris Babb, joined by Cameron Boyd. I guess you could say Happy New Year. I mean, we haven't talked to the crowd yet.
Yeah, it's been a little over probably a month.
Yeah, December 20th was the last time Ouachita was at home for conference basketball. The Tigers took the short Christmas break and were on the road for 3 games, but here for a 3-game homestand as they host Oklahoma Baptist tonight, Southern Nazarene on Saturday, and Thursday against Henderson State here at Bill Vining Arena. We're glad you're with us. We've got a lot for you. We're going to take a look at these two teams. Cameron and I will break down some of the team statistics, take a look at some of the team leaders. But first, we're going to go to an interview with Coach Nick Long we have in our Coach's Corner segment. Welcome back to the Capital Technology Group pregame show. Chris Babb with Ouachita women's head basketball coach Nick Long, and it's time for Coach's Corner. The Tigers coming off of a good road trip to West Oklahoma. 2 victories, Thursday night at Northwestern Oklahoma State, Saturday at Southwestern Oklahoma State. Coach, we'll talk a little bit about those games individually, but first time that the program in the GAC days has won both of those games on that trip, the longest trip. So that had to make you proud of how your girls handle a trip like that.
Yeah, it was a long trip.
Long trip.
It wasn't an easy way to get to Alva.
Yeah,
but
I don't think there is an easy way to get to Alva from Arkansas.
But really proud of how we responded in that game. So really we came out from the jump and probably our best executed defensive game plan of the year was in that game at Northwestern. Just personnel wise and just scheme wise, what we were trying to do, we executed it probably as well as we did all year. And then it helps when you shoot the balls as well as we did. You look at the box score of that game and you really scratch your head and wonder some things. When you're outshot 73-47 and turned it over 25 times, but we out-rebounded them. We're the only team this year that's out-rebounded them in a game. And so we out-rebounded them and we made 13 threes. So that fixes a lot of the other problems where you look at and go first and you're like, wait a second, they won the game? But really proud of how we responded. And that it was a game where we jumped up 10, then we got all the way up 17, and then they came roaring back on us. And against the top 15 team on the road and in a place like Alva. So they're a passionate bunch out there,
right?
And so it got a little loud, a little raucous in there, and we responded. We went back up 10, then we got back up 12, and then we just we held serve down the stretch. Tip and Audrey both split a pair of free throws at the end that pretty much iced it for us, and it was. I'll say good road win there.
Absolutely. Against the number 15th ranked Lady Rangers, Madeline Tipton, 21 points. Abby Harrison, 19 points, 6 rebounds. You mentioned Audrey's free throw to kind of clinch it. The video of that we kind of clipped, saw you and Coach Doyle, and you kind of knew that was a big free throw.
Yep.
And we go back to this team last year, had several chances to ice games. And I talked to Madeline Tipton earlier in the season. She said that's one of the things we talked to Coach Long about. We want to be able to finish games. And to be able to finish a game like that against a top 15 team on the road had to help as you went into Saturday's game.
Oh, yeah. So definitely helped going into the SWAZU game. But, Abby had a really good game as well. Audrey didn't shoot the ball that well in that game. She probably had – I think she got 3 looks in the fourth quarter that would have been the knockout punch where we wouldn't even have to go to make free throws down the stretch and everything. But we came out of that game feeling really, really good. And like you said, we knew as soon as that free throw went in, put us up 4. They're out of timeouts. That was ball game. We just had to just stand there and let the clock run out and then enjoy the win.
Right.
And I say, but then like you said, it didn't. It didn't get to enjoy it for too terribly long,
No.
and it was one we needed that win in a bad way. Coming off of
absolutely.
the two going into Christmas and the one coming out of Christmas, we needed one in a bad way, and usually don't want to have to go and get it on the road at number 15 in the country. But
You got to enjoy it a little bit longer that night. Madeline Tipton had the half-court shot,
Yeah,
the double clutch almost half-court shot, made SportsCenter top 10. So that was kind of a fun little part as well.
We got to watch that in the lobby of the hotel in Alva before we headed back down to Weatherford. So we had a good time with that too. But that was a big shot.
Right.
Now, obviously they had taken a little 2-point lead and they got the ball coming out of the quarter, and that put us back up 1 and just kind of stopped some momentum that they had going into the quarter break. And I didn't think she got it off. Live.
Right.
Live watching where it was from my angle, but when you go back, she got it off just right at the inside of the horn. So it was a big shot for us for sure.
And that was a lot of fun for Madeline as well. Let's move to Saturday. SWOSU, 67-60 win over the Bulldogs. Brooke Smith, 13 points. Caden Porter, 12 points. Abby, 11 and 11. And I mentioned those names because the wins and the offensive production came from a different group. Mm-hmm. And that's got to be pleasing as a coach to see that you got to win, but it was from different people.
Yeah, so that's been something that we've done a few times this year, and it's been really nice, and it's been different people each time. So you had Audrey step up in the Mississippi College game. Audrey and Brooke stepped up in Mississippi College, and then just different people throughout have stepped up at different points, and you have Sam have big games at different times too, because people key in on Heidi and Tip. Not to go back to Northwestern, but their coach in their post game, they wore neon jerseys on trying to ID where those two were, all week in practice. And I said they got loose in that game, and then SWOSU did a really good job of just making the game really really fast and sped us up a little bit and led to a few turnovers But in games like that, where catch a ball, hands be ready to shoot, that's Caden knocked down four big threes in a game where we didn't. We made all of our shots in Alva, I guess.
Right.
And didn't take many of them to Weatherford with us, but Caden with the big day. Abby took advantage of a mismatch. Landry Allen didn't play in that game. She changes them defensively. She averages 4 blocks a game, but Abby took advantage of that. Another second straight double-double. Got her defensive player of the week right there out of that one, and then like I said, Brooke came in that first half and was a huge spark for us when we offensively we were just kind of stuck in the mud, it felt like, and she came in with 10 points in the first half and was a low scoring half for both of us really. I said for us especially, and that was big, kind of just jumpstart us there, and then just we maintained it throughout. And I think that we led that one for 38 minutes. They took a little 1-point lead right there in the fourth quarter coming out, and then Caden knocked down a huge 3, put us back up 2, and then just extended it to a double-digit lead from there.
Back home this week, tonight against Oklahoma Baptist, Saturday against Southern Nazarene. As we wrap up, let's talk quickly about Oklahoma Baptist. 7-7 overall, 3-5 in GAC play. It all goes through Jaden Gedman. You and I were talking before. She's going to touch the ball in every possession, averages 21.6 points per game, tops in the conference, 6th in the nation.
Yep.
For those who are watching the game tonight, focus on Jaden Gedman.
Yeah, so she's a special offensive player. There's no doubt about that. She's got just a little bit of everything that she's able to do. She's comfortable putting it on the floor. She's 6'1", 6'2", and comfortable putting it on the floor. She's got back to the basket post moves. She's got a mid-range game. She's got pick and pop 3 ability and transition threes. We got to know where she's at, at all times. And then they've got some other pieces around her that do a good job of getting her the ball and then do a good job playing off of her as well. So you can't they shoot the ball well enough that you can't really run a double at her every time she catches the ball. So it's going to be on. Abby's going to have a really good game tonight, just guarding her and playing good sound defense, and then we got to do a really good job of rebounding the ball. She crashes, the rest of their team crashes pretty hard as well. And if you can win the rebounding battle, usually I think they're 1-6 in games where they've lost the rebounding battle. So I say that's going to be big key for us tonight.
Well, Coach, good luck. Thanks for taking your time out to join us, and we'll talk to you after the game. This has been Coach's Corner.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win on your side, by your side, the winning side.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Welcome back to the Capital Technology Group pregame show. Chris Babb, Cameron Boyd. Thanks to our crew of OSDN students who have come back and ready to go for our semester, the spring semester. First broadcast of the spring semester tonight, thanks to our crew for OSDN. Big game tonight for the Tigers. They're coming off of 2 wins on the road. And, Cameron, when you talk about conference races, anytime, any sport, winning the games at home, stealing a few on the road is the goal. The Tigers did that. They won 2 games, one over number 15 in the country, Northwestern Oklahoma State, that most people probably didn't have that in the win column as they were looking. So now you got to follow that up by coming home and playing against 2 teams that are right there battling with you in the conference standings.
Right. I think that's definitely going to be a confidence booster for them. And then as far as Oklahoma Baptist, they're coming off 3 losses. So they're on the very opposite end of the spectrum. They're trying to lose that streak, while Ouachita is trying to keep theirs.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the Great American Conference standings. It's the race for the conference tournament, and you want to finish above that white line. Northwestern Oklahoma State in first place. That one loss came to the hands of the Ouachita Tigers Thursday in Alva. Harding and Arkansas Tech tied for second. Henderson State and Ouachita tied for fourth. Southern Arkansas and Southern Nazarene right there at 4-4, right at 500. And then the remainder of the teams trying to get to 500 this weekend. East Central, Oklahoma Baptist, Southwestern, Southeastern, and Arkansas Monticello at 2-6 and 0-8. Let's take a look at what is going on elsewhere around the Great American Conference tonight. Obviously, we're here at Bill Vining Arena. Across the street, down at the bottom of that list, is Southern Nazarene at Henderson State. Southwestern Oklahoma State at Southern Arkansas, Northwestern Oklahoma State at UAM, East Central at Arkansas Tech, Southeastern at Harding, and then the game Southern Nazarene at Henderson. Those are all 5:30 starts. I just didn't get the time corrected. Hope, if somebody in Monticello is watching this saying, I want to get out and watch the women's game at 7:30, you're going to be late. Sorry about that. I highly doubt that's going to be the case. Let's take a look at the preview of these 2 teams as you look at Ouachita and Oklahoma Baptist. There you have the records. Oklahoma Baptist 500 on the season, 3-5 in Great American Conference play. Ouachita 8-4, 5-3 in Great American Conference play. There you see the last games for those. It was a home loss for Oklahoma Baptist. Cameron, they're coming off 2 home losses. Now you go on the road. You mentioned it's the exact opposite situation that Ouachita is in. This is a big game. We're 8 games into the conference schedule of 22, and so there's no game that is make or break right now. But it would be a good night for Oklahoma Baptist if they're able to get that taste out of their mouth and get one on the road.
Yeah, especially you talking about wanting to get above that line to make it to the conference tournament. they're really going to have to come out hungry and really try to get this win here.
This is not a make or break game in this part of the season, but being 4-5 is a lot better than being 3-6. Let's take a look at the team comparison as we look at the stats for these two teams. Oklahoma Baptist averaging 75.2 points per game. Ouachita at 80. Let's take a look as we skip down to the individual team leaders. The Tigers are led by Madeline Tipton. Madeline Tipton leading this team. We talked with Coach Nick Long in the Coach's Corner about the exciting Sports Center Top 10 play that Madeline had last week with the half-court shot to end the first quarter. Madeline Tipton leading the way with 16.3 points, two players with 5.4 rebounds apiece. You take a look at the left side of that screen, and Oklahoma Baptist goes through Jaden Getman, averaging 21.6 points per game. The superlatives and all the notes on Jaden Getman are pretty impressive, Cameron.
Yeah, I mean, when I was making these notes about her, I just felt like I highlighted every note I made.
Right.
She has a lot of GAC honors, and she leads the GAC in scoring right now. So obviously, she's going to be the player to look out for from Oklahoma Baptist.
48% from the field, 92% free throw shooter. She's shooting 45.5% from three-point range, and all of the team leaders, their points, rebounds, free throw percentage, and she had the last game out in the loss to Harding. She had 29 points to lead the way for the Oklahoma Baptist Bison. We've got 3.5 minutes left. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we will have the national anthem, starting lineups, and we'll get ready for tip-off between Ouachita and Oklahoma Baptist. Come back on the Capital Technology Group pregame show on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Owned by Ouachita alumni, Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more in downtown Arkadelphia is a must-stop for everyone. Stop by in the morning for fresh coffee, a specialty coffee drink, or a full breakfast. Come back at lunch, or in the evening for burgers like the Primo Burger, the pulled pork burger, or the mac and cheese burger. Maybe it's a salad, a wrap, a quesadilla, or one of our varieties of pizza. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat that puts the cherry on top of a great meal. That's Java Primo on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Back to Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. School started here on campus 2 days ago, so we're in the first week of classes of the spring semester. And Cameron, you're a sophomore here at Ouachita. You get the Christmas break, and you kind of come back and get into the flow of classes and activities. You got basketball going on. We've got basketball Saturday, Thursday. We have a swim meet on Friday against Henderson State. A lot of activity gets ready to get going on campus, and it's just kind of fun to be back in the swing of things.
Yeah, it's starting to get busy, but I do like having a routine. I like having stuff to do. So.
And you like class too, right?
Of course.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I have BAB every day, so.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart. That's what my wife says every day too. We're about 1 minute to go. We will turn it over to Casey Modal for the national anthem and starting lineups between these two teams. Ouachita 5-3 on the season in conference. Oklahoma Baptist 3-5. Couple of notes. One for Ouachita, Abby Harrison, Conference Defensive Player of the Week last week. The reigning GAC Defensive Player of the Week. Had a good effort, and Coach Long talked about her. They're going to need Abby Harrison to be big tonight.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed about her is, typically Madeline Tipton is the lead scorer for the Tigers, but when needed, Harrison is able to step up and play that position, and she's just done a great job at that this year.
That's one thing we mentioned with Coach Long against Northwestern Oklahoma State. It was Madeline Tipton and Heidi Robinson. Against Southwestern, it was Caden Porter, Brooke Smith, and Abby Harrison. Getting production from all across the team was key to those wins. Let's turn it over to Casey Modell on public address.
American Conference Contest featuring the Bison of Oklahoma Baptist University against your Ouachita Tigers. At this time, we invite you to stand for our national anthem. And now introducing the starting lineup for the Oklahoma Baptist Bison. Freshman guard from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, number 1, Jordan Anderson. Sophomore guard from Choctaw, Oklahoma, number 3, Caitlin Davis. Junior guard from Groover, Texas, number 11, Brenna Butler. Senior guard from Dale, Oklahoma, number 15, Faith Wright. And senior forward from Stratford, Oklahoma, number 33, Jaden Getman. The head coach of the Oklahoma Baptist Bison is Bo Overton. The assistant coach is Mackenzie Crusoe. And now, Tiger Nation, let me hear you roar! This is the starting lineup for your Ouachita Tigers! Sophomore guard from Sheridan, Arkansas, number 11, Caden Porter. Senior forward from Hot Springs, Arkansas, number 2, Audrey Winfrey. Senior guard from Valonia, Arkansas, number 23, Madeline Tipton. Senior guard from Marmaduke, Arkansas, number 30, Heidi Robinson. And senior forward from Hernando, Mississippi, number 32, Abby Harrison. The head coach of the Ouachita Tigers is Nick Long. The assistant coach is Tyler Doyle. Tonight's officials are Herb Burrell, Riley Hooten, and Mark Gibson.
There you get the starting lineups for Oklahoma Baptist. Jordan Anderson, Caitlin Davis, Brenna Butler, Faith Wright, and Jaden Getman. A familiar starting lineup for the Ouachita Tigers. Audrey Winfrey, Caden Porter, Madeline Tipton, Heidi Robinson, and Abby Harrison. Cameron is about ready for tip-off. We are about ready to go. A couple of keys you see off the bat for Ouachita.
I mean, we kind of talked about this a little bit before, but I think they're really going to have to watch out for number 33, Jaden Getman, just being that she is the lead scorer. And she makes a big impact on every game that she plays. So I think she's going to be one to watch out for them.
Abby Harrison, Jaden Getman ready to jump center, and we are away from Bill Vining Arena. Getman with 2 tips, and the Bison control the tip off the bat. First possession, they're going to go inside. There's Getman and Cameron. You kind of have to expect them to try to establish Jaden Getman right off the bat, and that's what happened on the first possession.
Yeah, exactly.
Man-to-man defense from Oklahoma Baptist. Heidi Robinson will pull up from three. That's off to the right. That rebound to Jordan Anderson. Anderson pushes up the right side. Getman tries to operate on Abby Harrison. Nice contest with no foul from Harrison. Tigers on the move.
That's exactly why she got Defensive Player of the Week right there.
Heidi Robinson tried to get a step on the defender, but a nice job of cutting off the lane to the basket. The ball goes off of the foot of Robinson. So Oklahoma Baptist back to work. Brenna Butler running the point for the Bison. Use Getman at the first of the possession to set a couple of screens and then go right back into her. Abby Harrison with a big block. That was a two-handed block. That was more like a volleyball block from the middle.
That is what it looked like.
Madeline Tipton with the pull-up. 13 foot from the left side, and we are tied. Good-looking jump shot from Madeline Tipton, the senior from Valonia, Arkansas. That's just a lapse from Caitlin Davis, Cameron, as she just kind of had the pass, took her eyes off the ball, and gave possession to Ouachita. Cameron, we talked with Coach Long in the coach's corner about turnovers. Ouachita's had way too many turnovers. They had too many turnovers, especially in the second half at Arkansas Tech. They had a lot of turnovers in Oklahoma, but they were able to overcome those and get the victory. But you've got to be able to take care of the ball against a team and execute offensively.
Yeah, I agree. Giving up the ball is not something you want to do, especially in a game big like this. I mean, it's early, but it's definitely something you want to avoid.
You're going to have some, there are going to be some turnovers, but you just got to minimize those. That's a nice take to the baseline by Jordan Anderson. Madeline Tipton comes over from the backside to alter that shot and get the rebound. Nice deflection out of bounds by Brenna Butler. So Tipton has the only made field goal. Now another deflection, and that was almost a steal, credited to Jordan Anderson. She tipped the entry pass, but it was just on the baseline.
Ouachita's definitely going to want to use that here. Like you said, Tipton being the only field goal, they're going to want to look for more.
13 on the shot clock. Tipton pull up from the baseline, and she was kind of fading away, and now Butler pushes for the Bison. Getman, 45.5% from three-point range. Now Heidi Robinson gets the task of defending Getman. Offensive glass, putback won't go, and Audrey Winfrey cleans it up on the defensive end for the Tigers. A good look there for the Bison, but they just couldn't get it to go. Robinson now, that's stolen away by Getman. She came over the high side of Abby Harrison. Getman misses the layup. There's some contact from Winfrey there, but they did not call a foul. Missed three-pointer. Getman with the putback, can't get it to go. Oklahoma Baptist 1 of 7 from the field.
Just starting off, I mean, not as consistent with the shots as we kind of expected them to be.
Ouachita on its own right, 1 of 5, so neither team shooting well. Winfrey knocks that one away. In transition, Heidi Robinson can't get it to go, and there is a lid on both of these baskets, Cameron. Teams have combined to hit 2 of the 13 field goal attempts in this first 3.5 minutes. Second block shot from Abby Harrison. Subs into the game for Ouachita: Samantha Watson, Ruby Trammell, and Bree Hubbard. Watson, a 5'7" senior from Arlington, Texas. Trammell, a sophomore from Bergman, Arkansas. And Bree Hubbard, the freshman from Godley, Texas. I don't know if they called a delay of game, and I don't know. I think she said Bree Hubbard might have stepped across the line. I thought she said the Brenna Butler, who was triggering the inbounds pass, stepped across. This is Butler, 3 on the shot clock, spins around Watson and gets to go. Second field goal of the quarter for the Bison. Watson tries to get it going the other way, and she can't get it to go. That ball really wanted to roll back left into the basket, but it did. The spin of that one had it going to the right side, and that is a foul as Jordan Anderson, a freshman guard from Oklahoma City, penetrates, gets a step on her defender, and is fouled. So another almost line change for Oklahoma Baptist now. Reagan Fox, a junior guard from Blanchard, Oklahoma, comes in. To the line is Jordan Anderson, where she's hit 68.2% of her free throw attempts this season. Gets the first one to go. Sydney Duncan, 6'2" senior forward from Edmond, Oklahoma, has checked into the game for the Bison. Off the front of the rim for Anderson, as well as Parker Stevenson, a 5'7" junior guard from right there in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Those three are new into the game for the Bison. Heidi Robinson, right side to Ruby Trammell. Trammell goes baseline and tried to find Winfrey on the corner, but the errant pass is another turnover for the Tigers.
And, you know, both teams have come out and played fast, but it's almost like they just can't find a good rhythm.
3 turnovers for each team, I believe, in the first 4 minutes of this one. Are playing with quick pace, just not very effective and efficient. There's another turnover as Parker Stevenson had the help defense from Audrey Winfrey and just kind of took an extra step. Full court pressure, token full court pressure from the Bison. Watson to Robinson. Robinson and Winfrey, the only 2 starters still in the game, just like Getman and Davis for Oklahoma Baptist. Robinson spots up for 3. Nothing, and the rebound is to Davis. Halfway through the first period, nice move by Davis. Kick out, extra pass. Lots of contact, no foul, no block, no charge, no nothing. Play on. Coach Bo Overton wanted a foul. He's asking the officials. She said, Coach, I had her legal. Bree Hubbard gets a step on the defender, Duncan, but Duncan's able to retreat enough to affect that shot.
Still, Ouachita hasn't gone over 2 points here.
Yep. Duncan rewarded on the other end with the three-pointer, 26.3% three-point shooter on the season. She came into the game only 5 of 19, but she gets that one to go. Watson penetrates, and the shot is up and no good, and Oklahoma Baptist now trying to extend this 6-point lead. This is Duncan, and she's fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Four minutes, 1 second. I believe this is going to be the media timeout, so we'll take it. 8-2. It's kind of a cold start on a January night in Arkadelphia. We'll be back after this timeout. Back to action here from Bill Vining Arena. Chris Beck, Cameron Boyd, Jordan Green joining us as well. Jordan notes that the first 5 possessions, Oklahoma Baptist went to Getman 3 out of those 5 times. Michaela Vation and Brooke Smith into the game for the Ouachita Tigers. Madeline Tipton, Abby Harrison, and Samantha Watson.
And it just looks like Coach Long is trying to change up that lineup a little bit, trying to see if he can get some more points on the board.
Yeah, you got to try to figure out some way to get some offense going. Duncan 2 for 2. So 10-2, Ouachita trailing. The Tigers are 1 of 10 from the field. They've had some decent looks, just haven't been able to get them to go. Smith tries to dish it off to Harrison, but there's too much traffic there, and Oklahoma Baptist comes the other way. This is Duncan. Brianna Jones, freshman guard from Oklahoma City, into the game. Stevenson to Getman. She'll operate on Abby Harrison. Nice hesitation, and just that little hesitation got Abby Harrison up and was able to enable Jordan Getman to get another basket.
Yeah, and I think it's been a little bit difficult for her to make as many baskets as she normally does because Ouachita knows how high of a scorer she is, and they're definitely arranging their defense accordingly.
Madeline Tipton knocks the cover off the rim and gets the first field goal since her first. She has both field goal makes for Ouachita. Nice ball defense from Michaela Vation. Almost gets the steal. This is Getman again. Nice fadeaway jumper, gets it to go. When you're over 6 feet tall with a fadeaway jumper, Cam, it's tough to win even for Abby Harrison.
Yep.
Samantha Watson gets by Parker Stevenson and draws the foul. Watson will go to the free throw line. On the season, a 71.8% free throw shooter. Sam is a senior guard from Arlington, Texas. Just can't get it to go. We'll bring you up to date on scores from around the conference as we go through the evening. Southern Arkansas with a quick lead at home against Southwestern midway through the first. 0 for 2 for the Tigers, and they just can't catch a break offensively. This is Jones to Getman. I don't think we'll have a possession where Getman won't touch the ball, Cameron. I expect, and Coach Long, and as you mentioned, they know that the offense will go through Aiden Getman. Ouachita's offense goes through Madeline Tipton a lot. Here comes Stevenson off the miss from Watson. Ball knocked away by Tipton. She gets it to Watson, who pulls it back out. Brooke Smith goes baseline, and that was a nice take. Just couldn't get it to go. I tell you, Cameron, it's got to be frustrating. The Tigers have had games in which they have not shot well early, but they stay with it, and that's going to have to be the case tonight.
Yeah, I agree, but also it is difficult scoring so low in one quarter. I mean, it kind of sets you up to dig yourself out of a hole, and that's kind of what they're doing here.
Got to make up for it on the defensive end. If your offense isn't providing points, you got to limit the others. That's a nice almost steal by Brianna Jones as she pressured Madeline Tipton in the corner. It'll still be Ouachita's ball. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. The Tigers 2 of 13 from the field. Harrison at the shot clock, no good. Gets her own and puts it back up and in. It hit the bottom of the rim, right with 1 second left on the shot clock. Abby Harrison gets her first basket, and Ouachita just needed someone else to get a bucket.
Yeah, and hopefully that last second shot will be enough to kind of shift the momentum here.
Stevenson tries to pass out to Taryn Cottrell on the wing. It was tipped by a Tiger, which kept Taryn from being able to control the pass. The turnover is the 5th of the game. Abby Harrison on the other end, 2 quick baskets, and just like that, it goes from a 10-point deficit to a 6.2 possession game.
And she had a nice little underhanded shot there, kind of switching things up.
Ovation and tipped and switch. That's a nice job by Parker Stevenson. Abby Harrison credited with a block and a rebound. They said she went straight up. Robinson fakes the pass. Abby Harrison is there, and she's going to go to the free throw line as she's fouled after the offensive glass. Abby Harrison was the defensive player of the week for the Tigers, but on the offensive end of the glass, she's been big tonight.
Yeah, and you know, she actually is first in the GAC in field goal percentage. So not only is she great on defense, but shooting-wise as well.
Yeah, good-looking free throw shot, as always, from Abby Harrison. Only a 65% free throw shooter, but she does have really good form. It's a good-looking shot. Notched the first one down, and she has a chance to. She's got 6 straight points of her own, and it's a 4-point game. Ruby Trammell will come in to replace Madeline, and this is one of those situations where the coach can get Madeline about a 3 or 4 minute break and only have to keep her off the court for 24 seconds of game action. Ouachita is switching on all the screens. That's going to be a foul on Abby Harrison as she came over from help side. Heidi Robinson shaking her right hand. She had contact on that last drive from Oklahoma Baptist. To the line for the Bison. Reagan Fox knocks the first one down and the second. 10 seconds. Tigers have to get a quick one off here in the last few. Robinson barrels her way to the basket and gets it to go. Still a second for a desperation shot at half court, and they would not have counted it if it had gone. They waved it off. So, Cameron, 14-4 was the start of it. The Tigers in the quarter on an 8-2 run. It feels a lot better in the last 5 minutes than it did the first.
Yeah, they were really able to turn it around there. I think that's something they're going to have to be consistent with, you know, not get back in that hole they were at the beginning. So just keep that same energy they had in the last half.
16-12 into the first quarter. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
Start the second quarter. Looks like the starting 5 are back on the court for Ouachita. Chris Babb, Cameron Boyd here courtside. Jordan Green helping us out with stats. I'd like to thank all of our crew working tonight. Josiah Wooten, Cooper Darr, Ashton Kinley. In the truck we have Gavin Wallace, Nate Hollis, Kate Perrin. Good crew of students here bringing this free broadcast to you. Ouachita starts the possession. Heidi Robinson from 3. Good for Heidi Robinson. And it is a 1-point game, the first basket of the evening for Robinson. The Tigers were 5 of 18 from the field in the first quarter. Cameron, you can kind of say they've weathered that storm, and now it's a 1-point game. You can kind of settle back in.
Yeah, they really managed to pick it up. And Robinson also is one that can really get on fire, so hopefully that 3 will start that.
Caitlin Davis was a nice baseline runner. Davis, the sophomore guard from Choctaw, Oklahoma. Robinson, heat check, still hot. Heidi Robinson with 2 straight, and we are tied. I think you called it, Cameron. You said she can get hot, and she's getting there.
You know, normally it's not good to try to predict things like that. I don't know, jinx it.
Loose ball on the ground. They're going to tie ball, alternating possession. Will stay with the Bison. The officials are deciding where the ball will be taken out depending on where the jump ball was called, and so they have discussed and said it will be taken out on the sideline up top. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Jordan Anderson. Nice defense by Caden Porter. Heidi Robinson on the backside. They don't stop the ball, boy. That is a nice dish. Counted and the foul. Abby Harrison's going to the free throw line. Nice transition work between Heidi Robinson and Abby Harrison.
And a great look there by Robinson, just seeing Abby Harrison down there at that post ready for that.
Old-fashioned three-point play for Abby Harrison. And the Tigers are up by 3. Down 14-4. It's a 17-4 run. And the Tigers have their first lead. Nice block out of bounds by Heidi Robinson. That gets the bench up and fired up. You just get the sense in watching this team this year, Cameron, that they seem to be a pretty tight unit. Pretty nice. There's a tip by Abby Harrison into the hands of Audrey Winfrey. She fights through traffic and draws the foul. There you see the bench up again. This group seems to enjoy playing together.
Yeah, I think just the way that they cheer each other on and how close they seem is very important in it, and that goes for any sport, just being a close-knit team.
Absolutely. Heidi Robinson running the point for the Tigers. Audrey Winfrey with a bullet pass across the lane to Abby Harrison, who fought through traffic to get the basket. 5-point lead and another block shot from Abby Harrison. Ouachita recovers on defense. That's off to the left, right down the middle of the net. The three-pointer from Caitlin Davis stops the bleeding temporarily for the Bison. That's a big basket for Oklahoma Baptist, Cameron. Ouachita had seized all the momentum, and Caitlin Davis comes up with a big three on the wing.
Yeah, that's definitely something that will help them out as long as they can hold on to the momentum they got from that one.
Good ball movement from the Tigers. Three-pointer, that was too strong. Abby Harrison with a big rebound, put back no good. Getman comes down with it. And now this is Butler pushing, doesn't have numbers, so she'll pull it back out. Ouachita weathered the ugly early beginning. It seems like now Oklahoma Baptist, after that three from Caitlin Davis, probably feels like they weathered Ouachita's run. So it'll be interesting to see how now both teams settle into this and finish out this second quarter. Nice on-ball defense by Abby Harrison on Jaden Getman.
Yeah, she's really been given a hard time tonight there under the goal.
Heidi Robinson kind of hesitated on that one. Abby Harrison set the screen. That was right on line, just a little bit short. Getman for three, contested, no good. Porter with the ball. She gets it ahead to Robinson. Nice hesitation move, layup good for Heidi Robinson. The little hesitation move at the wing. She's hit 2 3-pointers, so Getman had to respect that. That little hesitation move got Getman just up in the air enough for Robinson to get to the basket.
And another thing about her, she is very versatile. Like, she can shoot from the three, but she's also very good at driving it into the basket, as we've seen. She's a smart player.
Davis pulls up from three, but no good. A foul on the backside as Audrey Winfrey gets that rebound, and a foul on Oklahoma Baptist. Faith Wright subs into the game for Ouachita. Madeline Tipton and Abby Harrison will take a seat. They get a hand from the crowd behind us. Bree Hubbard, Ruby Trammell into the game. Coach Bo Overton responds by giving Jaden Getman and Faith Wright a breather. Porter uses a screen from Hubbard. Trammell had the ball deflected. Heidi Robinson off balance. Thought the shot clock was a little bit lower than it was. You could kind of see, you hear the bench calling the time as soon as you get under the 10-second, but that one I think they kind of lost track of the shot clock a little bit. Heidi Robinson will take a seat for a minute to get a quick breather. Sam Watson comes back onto the floor, into the game for the Tigers. Turnover forced as Sydney Duncan was trying to back down Ruby Trammell. I was blocked by a player and an official. I believe that was Ruby Trammell, who Duncan has the size advantage. Duncan listed at 6'2", Ruby Trammell listed at 5'11", so at least a 3-inch. It looks like a little bit more than that, but that was nice post defense against the taller player, forcing the turnover. The 7th turnover of the half committed by the Bison, and Sam Watson goes to the basket and draws the foul on Brenna Butler. Cameron, we talked earlier that games kind of take on different forms. This is not the same team for Ouachita in these last 10 minutes as it was the first 4 or 5. But you talked about it. In a game, you have to expect that there are going to be ups and downs. Ouachita started the game with probably about as big of a down as you could have, but they have responded.
Yeah, I think it's just about how you can respond to and adjust to those challenges you're facing.
Sam Watson knocks down the free throws. She has 5 points, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Ouachita lead is 6 halfway through the second quarter. Three-pointer from Fox, no good. Long rebound. It was a nice job of boxing out by the Tigers, enough that the ball was able to hit the floor before anybody went to get it. Dribble and penetrate and kick is the name of the game for the Ouachita offense.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think one of the ways they've kind of overcome that scoring drought they were in is just creating movement on the offense.
Ruby Trammell goes to the basket, stays strong, pulls up. The defender kind of fell off a little bit. Ruby took advantage of it. The sophomore from Bergman gets her first basket, 8-point Ouachita lead. Good help defense from the Tigers. They're switching. Just like the way they're playing defense, and Sam Watson continues that. It was just intense man-to-man ball pressure defense for the Tigers on the defensive end. From on ball to help side, Caden Porter goes up. Ball gets knocked out of bounds, and it will be Ouachita's basketball when we come out of the media timeout. Tigers, it was questionable early. They responded with a strong back part of the second quarter and lead by 8. We'll be back after this timeout.
Let Domino's cure your cravings by ordering online, calling us at 246-3131, or dropping by and seeing us on Pine Street in Arkadelphia. Join Domino's Rewards and begin earning rewards in just 2 visits. Check out our $6.99 mix and match and make the whole family happy. You might as well throw in a stuffed crust pizza, a sandwich, pasta, stuffed cheesy bread while you're at it. Check out other deals on our app or at Domino's.com.
Welcome back to Bill Vining Arena. 3:41 left in the first half. Time we invite you to stick around for the Domino's halftime show. We'll have a couple of interviews. One with Ouachita softball coach Jeff Jackson. Believe it or not, Division II softball and baseball season is just around the corner, and I do mean just around the corner, like 2 weeks around the corner. We'll also have an interview with Donna Carroza, one of the Ouachita basketball alumni that is getting ready for their reunion next month, February 5th through 7th. We've been talking about that all season. I'm like, February 5th through 7th seems like a long way away.
Not anymore.
It is not. It is within the next month. And so we are excited to hear what the women's basketball alumni crew has planned. And if you're an alumni of this Ouachita women's basketball program, whether you are a Tigerette, Lady Tiger, Tiger women's basketball, whatever, they would love for you to come back February 5th through 7th. We'll talk to Miss Donna at halftime about that. She played, we're going to talk to her about this. She told me a few weeks ago that she didn't want to talk about it, but she played basketball before this was 5-on-5 full court. And so
Really?
fascinating, yes. Getman misses. Washita will push the other way. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Madeline Tipton gets around Fox. Layup can't go. Getman with the board. Getman threw it to Stevenson. She wasn't expected. Almost traveled with the basketball. 1-on-1. Vation gets a hand and steals it away. 2-on-1. Michaela Vation to Watson. Layup. Good. Samantha Watson with the field goal. Give the assist to Michaela Vation after the steal. And it is a 10-point Washita lead, 6-0 run over the last 250. It's a 16-3 run over the last 6.5 minutes of this one. Oklahoma Baptist has missed 6 field goals in a row and only 1 of their last 10. Now it's a block. As Madeline Tipton was whistled. Coach Nick Long talking to the official, asking he said, Tip, you got to sit there and take it. So basically the official is saying that she moved and started falling back maybe.
And you could see Audrey Winfrey kind of telling her, calm down, calm down.
Tip finished her student teaching in the fall. And she's in the graduate program. Make a great coach for somebody one day. Stevenson knocks the second of the 2 free throws down. Heidi Robinson, Brooke Smith, Michaela Vation, Audrey Winfrey, Madeline Tipton on the floor for the Tigers. Trailed 14-4 midway through the first quarter. A complete turnaround. Brooke Smith, spin move in the middle of the lane, gets the shooter's roll, and the lead is now 11.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a complete 180. We're looking at a completely different team than what we started with.
Vation, good on-ball defense, forces the turnover. Vation and Winfrey combined for that one. Michaela Vation's defensive intensity has been notably different tonight. This is on the defensive end. She has been an absolute menace for Oklahoma Baptist. Audrey Winfrey pulls up, baseline good.
And, you know, Vation's just a freshman, so she's got 3 more seasons of this. And starting out playing this much as a freshman, that's a good sign for her.
Winfrey's baseline jumper gives the Tigers a 13-point lead. Getman, nice contested three-pointer from the corner. Getman now has 9 points, almost in double digits, averaging 21.6 to lead the conference. Vation up and under, gets the layup to go. Oklahoma Baptist wanted to travel. They had a case. And now a little bit too intense is Michaela Vation. You'll take that. You'll take a foul with 37 seconds left. You've only got 2 fouls. You're not going to send anybody to the free throw line. It's only her first, so it was a hustle play.
And, you know, she just got that basket. She was excited.
And she has had success on the defensive end tonight. Nice hesitation and pull up by Parker Stevenson. Brooke Smith recovers. Audrey Winfrey with the rebound. Shot clock is off. Tigers will have a chance for the final shot of the half to try to extend this 12-point lead. If you joined us early, turned it off, and came back, you're like, is this the same game? We've asked ourselves the same thing. Audrey Winfrey, three-pointer, can't get the home roll, but nice effort by Michaela Vation. The putback is good, and that is how the first half will end. Washita 39, Oklahoma Baptist 25. You talk about a tale of 2 quarters. It's a tale of 2 segments of a half. The first 5 minutes and the last 15.
Yeah, like I said, they're just playing like a completely different team, just unrecognizable.
All right, when we come back, we'll hear from 2 guests. First, we'll hear from Jeff Jackson and the Washita softball coach, and then Donna Carroza with the women's basketball alumni on the Domino's halftime show when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
Welcome to the Domino's Halftime Show. Chris Babb here with you courtside as the Ouachita Tigers lead the Oklahoma Baptist Bison 39-25. This is the Domino's Halftime Show. We will hear from a couple of guests right now, and first we will hear from Ouachita head softball coach Jeff Jackson as we have a recognition of student athletes on the court from the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Coach, we're in the middle of basketball season. We just started the second semester. It's cold at night, and that's got to mean that Division II baseball and softball are just around the corner, and we're about 14 days from tomorrow from tipping the first pitch, right?
Yep, 15 days, 14 tomorrow from first pitch. And if it's sunny and chilly in Arkadelphia, first pitch is right around the corner.
It is. It's been a beautiful 2 weeks as your players come back, I guess, a week. I think the common joke is that if it's pretty right now, it'll be 34 and misty on that first day, but that's usually how it is. Let's talk about this team. It's the fall season for softball is such the important part because that's where your development comes. I look, and you guys have your first practice the other day, and you're scrimmaging against each other because the season does start so quickly. That puts emphasis on the fall. How did your fall go?
Fall went great. We had a really aggressive training program in place and a pretty aggressive fall schedule. Had the opportunity to go out over to Conway and play UCA, which was really kind of the test for us to see where we stood against some pretty solid competition, and really pleased with the way the girls responded and the way they competed at that level. And top to bottom, I'm really pleased with our direction for sure.
You have a lot of returners coming, and that means you have some leadership. Talk about the leadership on your team and some of those that figure to be the ones who are kind of getting the new ones, understanding what the standard is for your program.
Yeah, very fortunate to have a senior group, small senior group, really legitimate, just one senior, Remington Adams, who's back, that is really leading the way from a competitive standpoint. And then we've got two grad students in Jesselyn Aarons and Hannah Hunter. Just so happy that they chose to stick around and put in another year with us. And the time, because they've got 3 years with me now.
Right.
So we're kind of in lockstep with expectations and on and off the field, and just really pleased with the direction that they're taking this team, because that's what it's going to take.
You're trying to build a program. This is your third year, right?
Yes.
It's already been 3 years. My goodness. Talk about the development of your program. You've got some new players, some young players that are going to have to kind of get in the mix really quick against a tough schedule and a tough conference.
Yeah. I looked today. We have the 13th toughest schedule in the country right now, and I think it'll only get tougher as the records come in place.
Right.
And we're going to count on some young kids, some freshmen that have come in this year that are going to be on the field day one, and we're going to need them to compete at the highest level and just fit right in with what we've got going on. I loved our momentum where we left last year. And I anticipate the same trend as we start the year.
All right, well, Coach Jackson, thanks for joining us. We're going to let the crowd watch the dance team and then get our next interview in here. First home game here in a couple of weeks. Hope to see people out at Tiger Field to watch PC Langston Field to watch the Tigers.
Yep, appreciate you having me.
All right, the Ouachita dance team entertaining. We'll be back with Donna Carrozza of Women's Basketball Alumni Group.
the Washita Dancing.
That was the Washita dance team. Chris Babb here, joined by Donna Carroza. And Donna is a member of the Washita women's basketball alumni team. You come to a lot of these games to watch basketball, but you also like watching the dance team. I think you were right in front of one of your favorite dancers on that squad, the granddaughter, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for joining us. I do want to talk about the alumni reunion that we've had alumni on to talk about. I told Cameron in the first half, and I said I teased the interview saying that you played at Washita, and you were telling me in the cafeteria when we were eating lunch a few weeks ago, or maybe it was here, that the game has come a long way from when you played, and you played back before it was 5-on-5 full court.
Yes. Well, actually, when I played in high school, it was half court.
Right.
So you played with 3 players on each end, 3 defensive players, 3 offensive players. I never played offense,
Right.
so I never crossed the center line.
Okay.
And then when I came to college, they played with 5, but they played with the Rovers. So they would have 3 offensive players and 3 defensive players that never crossed the line, and 2 that could run the line, across the line.
Right.
So you would still have 5 on one end for each team, but again, only 2 were allowed to
Right.
cross the center line.
I think I would have enjoyed that if I was not one of the ones that was having to do some of that. You've been around Washita for several years. What years were you playing at Washita?
Actually, I was here. My husband and I both started in the fall of '68 and played 69 and 70. And then when they went full court, I was kind of left behind because I'd never played offense.
Right,
so.
right. But you have seen, you and your husband have been back here. You've had children and grandchildren come through Washita, and you've come to a lot of the games. You've seen the progression of women's basketball, and where it is now is fun to watch. Fun to watch these young women play the game of basketball at the level that they play.
It really is. I mean, they're amazing. And not only are they very talented, but they're really smart young women. And, yes, we really enjoy watching them play.
Let's talk about the women's basketball alumni reunion, February 5th and 7th, that weekend, the 5th and 7th, when Washita is at home. You know, we've been teasing this all year, talking to Teresa Raymond Schaefer, has had some sent the notes and arranged some of the guests. February 5th through 7th. Well, here we are. It's under a month away.
That's right.
For those women's basketball alumni who are out there who may just be hearing about this, how can they be involved, and what would you tell them to try to get them to be involved?
Well, we certainly like them to be part of it and to join in with us in hosting this event. They're welcome to just come. We would like for them to register. They need to go online. It's open now so that we have an idea of how many will be attending, and so we'll know how to prepare, because we are planning on refreshments.
Right.
And everybody likes food.
That's right.
So
That's right.
we want to have plenty.
That's right. The Washita Women's Basketball Alumni Facebook page has all the information. I also saw where there's a group of alumni who had a Zoom with the team, and so that kind of helps you build a relationship with these current teammates or team members, and that has to be neat for the alumni as well.
It is. It's a wonderful experience. Because we live here in Arkadelphia, we actually get to host some of them for Sunday lunch.
Right.
Sometimes we'll have 3 or 4 of them to come over, so it's really a wonderful experience, because that way we really get to know them, and so it's a personal thing when we come watch.
And the goal of the alumni group is to, rekindle some relationships with former players, try to bring some former players. You saw Kay McClellan was here this fall and inducted into the Washita Athletic Hall of Fame. I talked to her. She said, I haven't been back very often, but something like this is kind of the goal, to bring people back and then get some support for the women's basketball program as well.
Correct. We actually want to recognize the 2008-2009 team on February the 7th when we get together that morning. And so we're hoping a lot of them will be able to join us, as well as others that can come and join us during this time. We also are going to be selling T-shirts, and they cost $15 because we're having a special pink out weekend.
Right.
So we're selling for $15. So bring your green, because they're cash only, and buy a T-shirt to help support the Lori Partridge Endowed Scholarship, the Jeremiah 2911 Endowed Scholarship, and we want to help to support that and raise funds for that, so that that we can offer scholarships for some of these girls.
Samantha Watson on one of those scholarships right now. Miss Donna, thank you so much for talking about it, and you got the front row seat to watch your granddaughter dance.
You know, I usually don't get that
That's
front
right.
row seat,
That's right.
so
I
it
think
was really nice.
I think while she was dancing, she saw you sat down. I think it caught her attention too.
Yeah, she was probably surprised.
That's
What
right.
is my grandmother
She's
doing
got a
there?
microphone on.
Yeah.
Donna, thanks a lot. We look forward to seeing a lot of alumni February 5th through 7th. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, thank you.
We'll be back with more of the Domino's halftime show after this timeout. Jordan Green and I will take a look at some of the first half numbers as the Tigers lead 39-25. Had to look up and remember the score. We'll be back after this timeout.
At Knight Insurance Professionals, we offer local expertise, a professional experience, and the attention to detail that you deserve. Knight Insurance Professionals offers a comprehensive list of commercial and personal insurance products and can fit their products to your needs. Insurance can be complicated. Let us take care of it for you. It's the assurance you're looking for when it comes to protecting what's important to you. Knight Insurance Professionals at 10th and Caddo in Arkadelphia. 870-246-3700. Local, professional, personal.
Back to Bill Vining Arena. Chris Babb joined now by Jordan Green, Wichita Sports Digital Network. Jordan is down here with Cameron and I doing some of the stats. Jordan, Cameron and I talked about how this was just a tale of two different parts of a game, but it was to me it was a testament as you see those the numbers there. The Tigers lead by 14. They ended up with 44% from the field when they started 1 of 10. As an athlete, you understand that no matter how a game starts, it doesn't matter, but you have to stay in there, and that's exactly what Ouachita did in that first half. They didn't let the slow start get to them. They rebounded and rebounded nicely.
Yeah, they really did. I think one of the kryptonites that really stopped the penetration from Oklahoma Baptist with Getman was Abby Harrison. Abby Harrison stepped in, and she played lockdown defense, and I think she was a big part of the turnaround. And we saw her go on a 6-0 run all by herself, and I think that was really special that they did.
Jaden Getman averaging 21.6 points per game, leading the conference, 9 at halftime. The defensive intensity from Ouachita in the on-ball defense, the man-to-man defense, really seemed to disrupt Oklahoma Baptist in the first half.
Yeah, the man-to-man defense, I mean, both teams have been playing it. It's been both really difficult, especially inside the paint. Personally, you know, I've noticed midway through both quarters that they like to bring in their second big. They like to run 2 bigs, 3 guards. And that has disrupted Ouachita's man-to-man defense, knowing that size advantage. But like I said, Abby Harrison locking down anybody that comes in the paint and tries to penetrate. On offense, Ouachita Baptist likes to do a drive and kick, and that's where I think man-to-man really breaks down because it's easy to get lost looking for your man.
Trying to put pressure on that defense and have some penetrate and kick out and hit an open 3. If you can do that, Ouachita only 2 of 10 from three-point range, but they were 2 of their last 4, I believe. You take a look at the stats there. Turnovers, Ouachita had 4 turnovers in the first few minutes. They really tightened it up offensively and took care of the ball. You see there only 4 turnovers for the entire half. Turnovers and points off turnovers. 12 points off of 10 Oklahoma Baptist turnovers.
Yeah, that's really important. We noticed, or at least I noticed early in the game, that they were pushing the ball on the fast breaks and they were capitalizing on those turnovers. Somewhere in the timeout, let me see, Coach Long probably brought his girls together and said, hey, we gotta do the same thing, and that's where it comes off of. 10 turnovers, 12 points. That's over 50% you're scoring off of fast breaks. But what would be even better and would excel that advantage point would be going at least 90%. So I really think that'll be a pivotal moment. I'm excited to see how the game ends.
All right, that'll wrap up the Domino's halftime show. We'll get Cameron Boyd back in here as we start the second half of action. Chris Babb here with Cameron Boyd. Thanks to Jordan Green for joining us. Madeline Tipton quickly to get things going. That three-pointer was right on line, but just caught a little bit too much of the front of the rim, and Oklahoma Baptist now pushing quickly. Nice backdoor cut. Ouachita deflects it. Heidi Robinson, who's going to win this. Nice job by shielding Robinson by Caitlin Davis. 10 seconds on the shot clock. There was no change of possession. Faith Wright with a nice penetration and ball fake to get by her defender, but Abby Harrison is there to clean it up on the backside. Cameron, quick, it was a very quick start, fast-paced start in the first half. It wasn't quality or that effective. Madeline Tipton with a big three to get things going to make it a 17-point lead. You know that had to be a point of emphasis for both coaches. Nice up and under from Butler to draw the foul on Robinson. Go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. That had to be a point of emphasis for the coaches, in that we can't afford a sloppy start to the second half like there was for both teams in the first half.
Right, I think that's going to make a big difference because like I said before, having a low-scoring quarter can really change the way the game goes. And fortunately, Ouachita was able to turn that around, but that's definitely not something they want to do again.
Madeline Tipton, Oklahoma Baptist wanted to walk. The official pointed that she kept her pivot foot on the ground. Tipton uses a screen from Harrison. There's the roll. That's a nice recovery by Butler and Getman. 5 on the shot clock. Robinson takes and scores. Heidi Robinson gets the basket to go. She has 12 points to lead the way for Ouachita. Harrison also in double figures with 11. Getman, the leading scorer for Oklahoma Baptist in the first half with 9. Davis and Butler each have 5.
And Robinson's very good about getting in there and moving around that defense, and she's not a big player. I mean, she's pretty average height, so I think it's very impressive that she can move around the defense like that.
2 missed shots, 1 offensive rebound, but Ouachita cleans it up. Winfrey almost had a step on the defender, but decided to pull it back out. Robinson, Tipton, three-pointer, short. That's Davis with the defensive board. In and out. Man, you can't hit more of a rim on that and have it. That ball was a third of the way down into the cylinder and then rolled right back out. Unfortunate break for Davis. Robinson, layup, no good. Davis quickly. Euro step, layup, good for Caitlin Davis. She now has 7 points. 4 straight for the Bison. Ruby Trammell, Samantha Watson, and Brooke Smith set to check in at the next dead ball. Madeline Tipton thought she was fouled 3 times, had the ball knocked away twice. Third time was the charm, and she draws the foul on Caitlin Davis.
She kept going, though.
She did.
She didn't give up on that one. Props to her.
Winfrey and Robinson take a seat. Madeline Tipton will get a breather if she makes her second free throw. Knocks that one down, and when it gets quiet in here, Cameron, it gets really quiet.
I know, and I'm scared to say something because I feel like I mess up the shooter.
Tipton 2 for 2 from the line. She now has 9 points.
Because I wanted to say she's one of the more consistent free throw shooters,
right.
but you can't, every time I say it, she makes a liar out of
the
me.
whole gym would have heard it.
Yeah.
Back to a 16-point lead. Davis, that's partially tipped by Abby Harrison, but they call a foul on Harrison, so Davis will have 3 free throws. There's a screen set on Harrison. She reached over the top of it, and the official said she fouled the shooter. Davis to the free throw line, gets that one to fall. Caitlin Davis, a sophomore, 5'8" sophomore guard from Choctaw, Oklahoma, 83.3% free throw shooter, 2 for 2. I don't guess you can call this an old-fashioned three-point play. It's not. It's a rare three-point play. The third one was like the first one. Front of the rim, backboard, drops through. This is Samantha Watson. Porter Dribble drive offense for the Tigers. Loose ball controlled by Trammell. 7 seconds. Watson kicks out. Caden Porter for three. Rattles around and drops in for Caden Porter. That's Caden Porter's first basket on her first field goal attempt.
And she led the team last game, so having a little bit of a different day today, but still, like we saw just then, making an impact.
Nice ball defense from Brooke Smith. Faith Wright can't get it to go. Talking to Coach Long this week, he said, not very often do you have to get onto a player for not shooting enough. He said, I had told Caden Porter, I need you to shoot the ball when you have a look, and that's why. Brooke Smith got in trouble, tried to get it to Harrison, but that wasn't there. Got to be honest, I didn't see a player in that corner. Nice job by Abby Harrison. We were blocked by the official. Abby Harrison keeps that one alive. Porter, three-pointer, no good. She was too open. That's what it was. She was too open on that.
Yeah, it looked like that one came off the hand weird. It didn't have as much spin as it normally would.
Michaela Vation and Bree Hubbard check into the lineup for Ouachita. The Tigers have gone with a 10-player rotation. 8 of those have played significant minutes, and I guess, significant for probably 9 or 10 of them. So Coach Long using his bench tonight. Bree Hubbard guarding on the post, and that is the bank is open for Jaden Getman. What time is it? 6:30 local time. The bank is open, but when you're the conference's leading scorer, things like that tend to happen to you. Vation takes. Oh my goodness! They have let some things go.
Yeah, fans were not very happy about nothing being called there.
Coach Long talking to the official. He said the hand was on top of the ball. Coach Long doth protest. Media timeout, we'll take it. That was just for us. Tigers lead by 13. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street or visit their website at printmaniatees.com. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business, Print Mania has been serving the area since 1992. Call Print Mania today at 870-246-3803.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Back to action for Bill Vining Arena. Chris Babb, Cameron Boyd. Different voice on the mic for play-by-play tonight. Isaac Bourne graduated in December. He's watching from Kentucky, so hello, Isaac. Ruby Trammell working hard on the offensive glass with the putback. It's really the effort, Cameron. That seems like the difference tonight. Offensively and defensively, the Tigers only listed as having 5 offensive rebounds, but I think their second chance points are going to be high as well.
Yeah, I don't know what happened the first part of that first quarter, but after that, their mindset has completely changed.
Watson looking for some help. Has it stolen away by Butler. Three-pointer from Davis, in and out, no good, out of bounds, knocked out by Duncan. It'll go over to the Tigers. It was a three-pointer, a basket out of the timeout. Responded to Trammell's basket. If you're Ouachita in these last 3.5 minutes, the clock never started. The clock still, there we go. If you're Ouachita, you really want to keep in this last 3.5 minutes, you really want to keep this double-digit lead. Michaela Vation for three, no good. Offensive rebound from Hubbard, and she's going to go to the free throw line. She got an inside step on Sydney Duncan. That's first foul on Sydney Duncan. Bree Hubbard will go to the free throw line for Ouachita. Not many chances at the line so far this season for Hubbard, the freshman from Godley, Texas. You want to talk about a multi-sport athlete? How about Bree Hubbard? Also lettered in softball, volleyball, track and field, and golf. She probably didn't have a whole lot of spare time in high school.
Yeah, I doubt it. That makes you a good athlete, though.
Makes me tired thinking about it. Hubbard extends the Ouachita lead back to 15. Trammell guarding Fox. Both of these teams like the penetrating kick. Dribble drive offense. Sam Watson deflects that one out of bounds. It'll stay with Oklahoma Baptist. 7 on the shot clock. At the shot clock buzzer, the shot is no good from Anderson. Winfrey with the rebound. Hubbard underneath, another foul on Duncan. It's just positioning, Cameron. On the offensive rebound, Hubbard got a step on Duncan, and she also had a step inside her there in transition. If you can get back down the floor quickly, good things can happen. And that's what happened. Bree Hubbard, 3 free throws in a row. Averaging 4 points a game, and now she's got her average. The freshman from Texas. I'm going to have to look up where Godley, Texas is.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one before her.
Nice double. Getman has it knocked out. Vation helps with the double. There's Duncan for three. Has a good-looking three-point look from Duncan. She was right in front of us. Godley's in North Texas, thanks to Jordan Green here at the table with us. Also from Texas, as is, he's not the only. There are a few of them around here. I would imagine Oklahoma Baptist as well. Ruby Trammell's from Bergman. 3 seconds in the lane, called on Ouachita. Under 2 minutes to go. Ouachita shooting 43.5% from the field. Struggled from beyond the arc, 4 of 15. So is Oklahoma Baptist, 5 of 16 now. Vation pushes up the right side for the Tigers. Vation from Aubrey, Texas. Watson in the corner, Audrey Winfrey, too strong. Ruby Trammell, 5 on the shot clock. Watson draws contact, counted, and the foul. Sam Watson was getting it from the bench that the shot clock was going down. She got a step on the defender, and that was high off the glass from the left side. Watson with her 6th point of the game. Make it 7, and it's a 17-point lead for the Tigers. Duncan is limping a little bit on that right leg. She does have the right, looks like hamstring or quad wrapped pretty significantly, it looks like. Foul is called on Ruby Trammell. I'm watching Oklahoma Baptist to see Coach Bo Overton and talk to the athletic trainer, and they're going to get Sydney Duncan out of there. Hopefully she's okay. You can tell she has it wrapped. It's something she's obviously wants to fight through and play through. You hate that for anybody. Duncan A 6'2" senior forward from Edmond, Oklahoma. Steal of the inbounds pass from Watson. 2-on-2. Watson pulls it out. Bree Hubbard, top of the key for three. No good. This is Cottrell. Parker Stevenson pulls up. She's fouled by Bree Hubbard. And Parker Stevenson will go to the free throw line, where an 84% free throw shooter is Parker Stevenson, 21 of 25. The junior guard from right there in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Played in 28 games as a freshman, 27 as a sophomore. Has played in all 15 of Oklahoma Baptist's games so far this season. You play that many games these days in college athletics, you call yourself a veteran, and she's got a lot of experience on that Oklahoma Baptist bench. Last possession for Ouachita offensively, 30 seconds on the shot clock, obviously 31 on the game clock. Madeline Tipton, Abby Harrison come back into the game. They're on there with Winfrey, Watson, and Vation. Ouachita will dribble around, try to protect the ball, and then set up an offensive set to get the last shot of the quarter. They got Tipton coming across on a curl. She goes all the way in, layup, no good, but Madeline Tipton will go to the free throw line. You can kind of see that one developing from the backside block, the double screen coming around on a curl. The defense got through it, so she was able to get to the hole and draw the foul.
Yeah, and even not making that shot, I mean, still an effective play since she's behind the free throw line.
Tipton knocks down the first. Two Oklahoma Baptist players are making their way to the opposite end of the court. In the corner, Coach Bo Overton told that's Caitlin Davis on the corner in front of the Oklahoma Baptist bench, and Reagan Fox. So they're going to try to run a set to get one play with 6 seconds left. That was the goal, and they did not get the shot. They got the look they wanted. You get the ball in the hand of your best ball handler, try to get to the hole and get something to go. It did not go, and now Parker Stevenson landed awkwardly on her ankle. But that is how the third quarter comes to an end. Ouachita 60, Oklahoma Baptist 43. Back for the final 10 minutes of this one after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Network, Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Arkadelphia's newest entertainment option is open and ready for business. Tea Time Sims brings world-class indoor golf simulators to Arkadelphia, allowing you to practice, play, and perfect your swing in a comfortable setting. Check out our Facebook page to learn about our monthly tournaments, closest to the pin showdowns and long drive battles. Learn more and book your tee time at teatimegolfarkansas.com.
Good to hear the pep band here, led by director Austin Motley. Adds to the atmosphere, the cheer on the one end, dance team on the other. Chris Babb, Cameron Boyd here with you. Ouachita leading 60-43 as we start the fourth quarter of action. Leading scorers for the Tigers, who have shot 21 of 49 from the field for 43%. 13 of 42 from the field for 31% for Oklahoma Baptist. Heidi Robinson leads the way in points with 12. Abby Harrison, the leading rebounder for Ouachita, with 7. Michaela Vation with 2 assists to lead the way. For the Oklahoma Baptist Bison, Jaden Getman, the leading scorer with 14 points. That's no surprise. Caitlin Davis with 6 rebounds leads the way for Oklahoma Baptist, and Parker Stevenson with 2 assists, but she's now sitting over on the training table as she landed awkwardly after that shot at the buzzer. Oklahoma Baptist will start us off in the fourth quarter. Getman operates on Robinson, double team from Porter. Kick out, ball fake. It was a nice ball fake and penetration by Brenna Butler to get that basket to go.
And if you'll notice, Samantha Watson is also over there talking to a trainer. I'm not sure what went on there. I did notice she looked like she had some scratches on her leg, though, so I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it.
Tipton gets the first basket. It looks like the trainer for Sam is just kind of making sure there's some blood being effectively taken care of, spraying the solution on the jersey. The clock did not start or reset. The shot clock did not reset after that made basket, so that's why the stoppage of play. Let's go ahead and bring you up to speed on some other games in the third quarter. In Magnolia, Southern Arkansas leads Southwestern 43-39. End of the third quarter in Monticello, Northwestern Oklahoma State, the leading team in the conference leader, leads UAM 58-46. Steal as Caden Porter comes away with it. Audrey Winfrey knocked it away. Tipton looking for something to do with it. Harding leading Southeastern Oklahoma State by 14 as they start the fourth quarter up in Searcy. Three-pointer for Audrey Winfrey. Good! It's kind of poetic justice, you might say. You get the deflection to cause a steal on one end, get rewarded with the three on the other. Audrey Winfrey now with 5. Harrison with another rebound, but that's a nice job of staying with the play by Caitlin Davis. An offensive foul as Audrey Winfrey drew that foul. That foul is on Getman, I believe. Yep. No real foul trouble for either team. 2 fouls on Anderson and Wright for Oklahoma Baptist. For Ouachita, Abby Harrison has 2. That's of all 10 players that are on the court right now. Audrey tries it again. Good. Right corner, 1 possession. Left corner, next possession. 23-point lead for Ouachita. Timeout, Oklahoma Baptist. Audrey Winfrey with a steal, a 3, drew a charge, and another 3, and that sends us to a timeout. Full timeout. We'll take it with them. The Tigers are having fun. We'll hope you come back with us after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Chicken Express is a proud supporter of not just the Badgers, but all things Arkadelphia, from elementary to college, and from community activities to church groups. Chicken Express is always willing to support and assist the people in our town. The next time you visit Chicken Express, thank them for their involvement in our community, and definitely don't leave without getting a cup of that Chicken E sweet tea. Located right off exit 73, stop by Chicken Express for your next meal.
Back to Bill Vining Arena, where the Tigers have gotten out to a 23-point lead. 4 tremendous possessions. 2 offensive, 2 defensive for Audrey Winfrey. My goodness, she caused that steal as well.
So she's just on fire right now.
She told Caden Porter to keep it and go. Winfrey steal, 3. Drew a charge, 3. Credit for a steal. There's Getman. Shot by Robinson. It goes out of bounds. Oklahoma Baptist playing now without 2 of its key players. Sydney Duncan has her hamstring wrapped on the end of the Oklahoma Baptist bench, and Parker Stevenson sitting on the training table as she landed awkwardly after that buzzer shot at the end of the third quarter. Winfrey one-on-one with Getman. Can't get it to go. Harrison with another rebound. She's got 9 rebounds now. Close, 1 more, and she'll have a double-double.
Porter. Pretty heavy defense on Tipton.
Harrison gets the basket. Tipton with the assist. Cameron, when offensively, when it's working, it's just working. And right now, the Tigers almost can do no wrong on the offensive end of the offensive end of the court. Really defensive either. Jaden Getman misses the first, gets her own, and puts it back. Robinson tried to go through the trees, couldn't get that one to go. Abby Harrison tried to contest that, so two quick ones for the Bison. Caitlin Davis with a nice layup under the outstretched arm of Abby Harrison. Davis, I believe, now has 12. Porter, layup, no good. Getman with a rebound. So, 23-point lead. Tigers had all the momentum. And if that three had gone, it would have been a nice answer for Oklahoma Baptist. Instead, it's no good. Tipton gets the rebound and is fouled. Samantha Watson and Ruby Trammell come into the game for the Tigers, replacing Robinson and Tipton. Watson pressured a little bit by Brianna Jones, and Jordan Anderson is there as well for help. Watson picks up her dribble. She was looking for Abby Harrison, but Getman cut that one off a little bit. Watson's shot was too strong, and so now the Tigers have had three straight possessions where they've come up empty. Getman in transition three. You could see as soon as she got to the tail of the Tiger that she was going to step into that one. Getman now has 19 points. It's a 20-point lead, but you have the impression that Ouachita needs to have something go well offensively, even just three possessions after having everything go right offensively. Sam Watson can't get it to go. Abby Harrison with a rebound and can't get the putback, but somehow Watson gets it back. Harrison operating on Getman. One-on-one in the lane. Nice up and under Abby Harrison. Ball fake to the right, the up and under to the left, and Ouachita needed that basket. You say it's kind of weird to say in a 20-point game, but in that moment they needed that basket.
Yeah, I mean, when you go through kind of a scoring drought like they just were, it's important to get those scores and, you know, keep your momentum up. And that's going to be Harrison's 15th point.
Missed shot by Getman on one end. That's a nice job by staying in the play by Brianna Jones. Final media timeout of the game. Ouachita leads by 22 at the fourth quarter media timeout. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler says, "Go Badgers."
They also say, "Go Tigers."
That's what I was thinking when you said that.
And probably Reddies, too. I know at least one of them says go Reddies. The Tigers lead by 22. It hasn't been like that the entire game. Oklahoma Baptist led by 4 at the end of the first quarter, 16-12. Cameron, it was a 27-9 second quarter for the Tigers that kind of put this one where we are. Michaela Ovation up and under. Goes baseline, reverse layup is good, and the lead is 24. That's a nice
That was
take.
a nice, I mean, my jaw dropped when she did that.
That was a nice take against Getman at that. Samantha Watson flies in for the steal. but she's called for the foul. Second foul on Watson. Did the contact give her an advantage? Probably so, but that's not consistent with the rest of the night. They've let both of these teams play. Boy, Jones looked like a receiver there going back for a pass with Samantha Watson as the D-back. Missed three-pointer. Loose ball. Hubbard goes on the ground for it. Gets it to Watson. The hustle plays, the 50-50 balls, the effort plays have really been in this advantage of the Tigers. Vashan can't get that spinner in the middle of the lane to go. So penetrate. Bree Hubbard will be whistled for that foul. That will be, it's her third personal foul on Hubbard. So the stats have her for 4. Davison gets 1 of 2. I don't have that Davison has recorded any stats for Oklahoma Baptist. Sam Watson, under 3 to go. Jordan Anderson comes in. That is Sarah Davison, who was at the free throw line, a freshman from Perry, Oklahoma. Michaela Vashan for 3. Good! Michaela Vashan with a big three-pointer. It's been fun to see. We've talked about this team. Heidi Robinson and Madeline Tipton have been the ones that have been the offensive key. That's a nice take by Brianna Jones. So Tipton and Robinson have been the leading offensive threats. If Ouachita can continue to have new players step in there and show that they're also offensive threats, it opens a whole new avenue for the offense.
Yeah, and I want to point out that Vashan didn't play in the last game they had, and now she's got herself 11 points. So just a good transition there.
Right, absolutely. New subs into the game for Ouachita. Aubrey Henderson, the junior from Jasper, Arkansas. Austin Olent also into the game. Austin, a freshman from Bryant. Brooke Smith can't get it to go. Davison traveled with the basketball. She kind of got turned around there and didn't realize where the basket was. Traveled with the ball. 2:01 to go. Austin Olent.
And another thing I want to point out is that Abby Harrison has a double-double, 15 points and 10 rebounds.
Nice night, nice game to follow up your conference player of the week after. That's a nice job by Aubrey Henderson of not traveling. Olent gets it to Hubbard, and the shot is blocked by Cottrell. Cottrell coast to coast. Olent's going to be whistled for the foul. So Taryn Cottrell will go to the free throw line, I believe, for her first free throw opportunities of the season. Yeah, first trip to the free throw line for Cottrell, the sophomore forward from Noble, Oklahoma, transfer from Oklahoma City University. Gets it to go, gets both of them to go. Her first points of the night. 127. Invite you to stick around after the game. Coach Nick Long will come over and talk to us. Jordan Anderson, nice help defense, still with the effort. Now, this game is obviously not in doubt, but these players that are on the floor are playing. Oh, my goodness, what a pass from Brooks Smith. Bree Hubbard with the layup. That pass from Brooks Smith was a no-look lefty pass, and it caught Hubbard in stride right in front of us, and the angle that ball had to be thrown with was fascinating. Michaela Vation commits the foul, and Jordan Anderson gets that one to find the bucket. Anderson, a 5'5" freshman guard from Oklahoma City. It's the 7th in the Great American Conference in field goal percentage. Wait, yeah, what are we doing here? We blew the whistle. It was one free throw, so it should be, yeah, that caught everybody by surprise except for Jordan Anderson. It was an N1 situation, so she had one free throw. She missed it. Nobody moved. They're going to have to call a jump ball because they blew the whistle. I was afraid that's what was going to happen. He's saying, why don't we get the basket? And he said, we blew the whistle. That was an inadvertent whistle, I believe, is what's going to be the call. Sub into the game for Oklahoma Baptist is Reagan Prestige. He wants the basket, and I get it, but the whistle was blown. So it was an inadvertent whistle, so they're going to give Oklahoma Baptist the ball under its basket.
I mean, that just caused a lot of confusion, though.
Well, and if I'm Coach Bo Overton, I'm kind of saying this is just kind of a microcosm of the of the evening from his perspective. Basket makes it a 20-point game. Olin wants a foul. Probably not going to get a whistle here this late unless they're just really obvious like the last one. Well, made a liar out of me. There it was. There it was. Foul is on Cottrell. Only the third foul on Oklahoma Baptist, so the Tigers will inbound the ball under their own basket. Aubrey Henderson has the ball tied up by Brianna Jones, and it will stay on this end. 19 on the shot clock. This is a good win for Washington. Washington is going to move to 6-3 in conference, 9-4 overall. Brooks Smith up and under. Nice find by Austin Oland. And you have two good road wins, and then you follow them up as kind of not a validation of those wins, but a continuation of that success with a good win tonight. That's got to be big for the mentality of this team.
Yeah, I think that's going to feel really good, and especially going into Saturday, just kind of give them some more momentum.
Brooks Smith is probably going to have they're probably going to come look at that one. They're going to want to come look at it. Yeah, so they're going to come over and look at that one. That's most likely going to result in a flagrant 2 and an ejection from Brooks Smith, if I had to guess. They'll most likely come over and look at it. They might not have to, Cameron. I think Brooke took exception to the steal. All right, so they're going to want to look at this, and I get exactly probably not going to take a whole lot of probably not going to take a whole lot of time to look at this one. As see the officials there, and they're going to be looking at what you see on the right-hand side. And, yeah. They're probably going to see if they can look at it from the baseline angle. It's coming right at them. It's a two-handed shove will end up, yeah, that's not going to take very much. They're going to bring the third one over, which they really don't need to bring the third one over. I think that's kind of obvious what it's going to be. Unfortunately, it kind of puts a damper on what was a good night for the Tigers. Brooke Smith trying to take up for her teammates there, but not quite in the right way. She'll learn from it, and most likely that's going to be a flagrant 2.
And, it happens. I mean, sports get heated. If she's trying to stick up for her teammates, she probably thought in the moment that was what the thing to do was.
And she'll go back and look and see that wasn't the right decision.
Yeah, right.
3.4 seconds left, and that really kind of has extended the end of this game as Brianna Jones took exception to it, and rightly so. Brianna Jones got pushed into the wall. Yep. Yep. So thanks to the officials for the explanation. That is a flagrant 2, and Brooke Smith is ejected for the game. Oklahoma Baptist will get 2 free throws and the ball back.
That's definitely not what I expected to see right here at the end of the game.
No, that's the right call, and it didn't take very long for them to converse over that one and make the right decision. Unfortunately, you get ejected from the game. There's a penalty of that. I assume that I'm going to have to check on that, but most likely she's not going to be able to play the next game as well. But regardless, not a good look there, but it is what it is, and now it's over. She'll learn from it. That won't happen again. Coach Long was telling her, why did you do that? And that is the final score. Ouachita 83, Oklahoma Baptist 64. And the Tigers win by 19 to move to 6-3 in Great American Conference play. Take a look at some of the leading scorers for Ouachita, for these two teams. The leading scorer for Ouachita, Abby Harrison with 15 points. The Tigers had 5 players in double figures. Abby Harrison with 15, Madeline Tipton with 13, Heidi Robinson with 12, Michaela Vation with 11, and Audrey Winfrey with 10 points for the Tigers. For Oklahoma Baptist, Jaden Getman led the way with 19 points. Only one other player in double figures for Oklahoma Baptist. That was Caitlin Davis. She finished with 12. Cameron, we talked about it a little bit. As we'll go ahead and let you guys slide over, and we'll bring in Ouachita head coach Nick Long, a victorious Nick Long, as we'll play a little seat and headset shuffle here as we bring a victorious Coach Long in here. The Tigers 83-64 winners over the Oklahoma Baptist Bison. Coach, congratulations on the win. We were over here talking. It kind of put a damper on the whole game, the end of it, but that's a situation that she'll learn from.
Oh, yeah.
Before we get into that, your overall thoughts. This is a game that started out down 14-4. It's a 29-7 second quarter. Your team didn't start out great, but didn't panic after that.
Yep.
And that says a lot about your group.
Yeah, for sure, and easily could have been real frustrated with how we started the game. You know, we haven't played a home game in a month, so so we had to get used to the rims in here again, I guess. But no, really proud of how we battled back from that just super slow start, and how we adjusted to how the game was really physical tonight. Which I said we needed a game like that where we played well and we went and scored it, even in a physical game. So really proud of how we adjusted, and we started knocking down shots and started finishing in the paint. We have 42 points in the paint, so I say really pleased with what we did there.
You know that you're going to get points from Madeline Tipton and Heidi Robinson. We talked about this in the coach's corner earlier. When you have other players step up, you look there tonight. Abby Harrison with a double-double, 15 and 10. Michaela comes up with 11 points. Samantha Watson with 7. Audrey with 10. If you can continue to get offensive production from multiple people, that makes it tough on defenses.
Yeah, for sure. You saw kind of where early on they were keyed in on some stuff, and we missed some easy shots early in the game, but just having everybody, I think everybody scored in the first half already at that point. Having that balance is huge for us. It makes us really hard to guard and really hard to deal with, and just really excited to just watch how we keep on growing from that.
Yep. Obviously, we mentioned the end.
Yeah.
Brooke, I saw some contrition on her face over there.
Yeah,
as soon as she,
I mean, that's what me and Coach Overton talked about it. I mean, that's like, the game's over with. I say, you shouldn't, you can't get mad at mine. She shouldn't have done that, number one. But y'all shouldn't have also been, like, the game's over. You shouldn't have been. That's one of those weird unwritten rules. And 22 is playing to the horn. I say, and that's why he's a kid. She just knows one speed.
Right, absolutely.
And I'm telling Austin to hold the basketball and just keep it out front.
Yeah.
And we should have just. I didn't want to go score the ball, but I guess we could have avoided that if we go and score it, or we look to run an offensive set or something like that. But Brooke, as soon as she did it, she's like, oh. No, I messed up, and I say she apologized to me immediately coming off the floor. She's like, I just kind of lost it there for a second, but she'll be okay. I said not ejected for fighting, so shouldn't affect Saturday.
Right.
So, but she'll learn from that. She'll be fine.
Let's talk about Saturday. This is a win that you get after 2 good wins in Oklahoma.
Yep.
And kind of not validating those wins, but just continuing to play well and carry that momentum into Saturday's home game as well.
Yeah, I'd say really just as we bounce back after that second half at Arkansas Tech and have played really well, out in Oklahoma, and then came back and played really well after the first media just about at that point.
Right.
So just I'd say really pleased with how we're building and how we're moving in that right direction. Hopefully still our best basketball is ahead of us, end of February.
Right.
But just really happy with how we're continuing to build and get better.
Coach, congratulations, good win. We'll do it again Saturday afternoon.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Chris.
All right, the Tigers victorious over Oklahoma Baptist, 83-64. That'll wrap up the women's game. We thanks for tuning in. The men's game will be on a separate stream here in a few minutes. The Tigers victorious 83-64. Back in action at 1 o'clock. Join us for the Capital Technologies pregame show around 12:30. Thanks for joining us. And as always, go Tigers. Have a great night, everybody.
Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of
Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Craddock of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.